Hello everyone, this is Preeti here. I hope you're all doing well. Today in this video we are going to see about the boycotting Chinese products. What makes India to boycott Chinese products? Whether India is going to move towards self-reliant country? Let's take a look. We all know that our economic situation prevailing now in India has a lot of impact due to the coronavirus lockdown and the impact of boycotting the Chinese products. To overcome this, we need to seek the opportunities among the crisis to survive. So, a responsible and rational government will need to tackle this standoff very carefully. Let's see. Before going to see about boycotting China's products, let's see what's the relationship between India and China. India and China love-hate relationship. India and China are the two oldest and popular civilizations in the world. The two countries' relationship has gone through lots of ups and downs, starting from signing an agreement in 1954 of mutual brotherhood to the brutal Sino-Indian War, that is Indo-Chinese War, which happened between 20th October to 21st November of 1962, that is 1 month and 1 day, to acquire the areas of Assam. Of course, the border dispute is still continuing in the 21st century. Let's see what happened in India-China border. What triggered the tension now in India-China border? China is responding to India's border area infrastructure in Ladakh area after the completion of the DSDBO road by India. Why China suddenly want to attack Indian army? While the negotiations were taking place between the higher officials of both the countries, the rough fight was a result of violent actions by Chinese troops against the Indian soldiers for building the structures on Indian side of the LAC. LAC means line of actual control. When this incident happened? It happened on the night of June 15th and 16th of 2020. Where it took place? The clash took place at a disputed border site in the Galwan area of Ladakh in the western Himalayas. How India has reacted to the attack of China. After 20 Indian soldiers were killed in the border attack, India is imposing a lot of rules that China's products should be properly labeled, China's software apps ought to be banned, investment agreement deals cancellation or reworking, etc. A non-violence campaign. The All India Traders Body, that is Confederation of All India Trading, has called for the non-violence campaign Bharatiya Saman Hamara Abhiman campaign. The objective of this is to reduce the import of China's finished goods by Rs 1 lakh crore by December 2021. They released a list of more than 500 items for boycott that did not require much advanced technologies for manufacturing such products in India. Some products include fast-moving consumer goods like meat, milk products, etc., consumer durables which has a longer lifetime like smartphones and electronics, toys, furnishing fabrics, textiles, footwear, apparel, and kitchen items, handbags, cosmetics, electric and electronics, etc. So on the left, I've mentioned the top 10 items that we import from China. First is the electronic equipments starting from computers, smartphones, machine, engines and pumps like integrated circuits, semiconductor devices, transformers, printed circuit boards, etc. Gems like iron, steel, gold, organic chemicals starting from fertilizers what the farmers use to plastics, rubber tires, vehicle parts like seats, rubber footwear, home accessories like toys, cases and furnitures, daily use products like shoes and sweaters, medical equipments like optical, that is spectacles, raw materials for pharmaceuticals, that is active ingredient for manufacturing the medicine and pharmaceuticals, ships and boats and other items. So among these 10 items, we have almost boycotted certain things like home accessories, daily use products and some items that we can manufacture in India. The non-violence campaign, which is initiated by the Traders Association for boycotting the Chinese products, is still continuing with many supporters. Nearly 80% of the Indians were ready to boycott the Chinese products for the next 1 year. What are the actions taken by the government after this incident? The government sources said the Department of Telecom to set firmly insist the state-owned BSNL to not use the Chinese equipments and avoid as much as possible in 4G upgradation in the view of security issues. Many road construction tenders are reworked and TikTok, ShareIt and web chat are few among the 59 apps that has been banned by the Indian government, and even the Google and Apple company are supporting it. The deep-rooted FDI, that is foreign direct investment of China, has more than $6.2 billion Chinese money in Indian economy, including new Indian startups, tech companies, smartphones and apps. Some of the Indian unicorns and its lead China's investors are Big Basket, Byju's, Flipkart, Ola, Paytm, Snapdeal, Swiggy, Zomato. From lead China's investors like Alibaba, TR Capital, C-Trip, SteadyView Capital, SAIF Partner, etc. So the best way to boycott is to build your own. Do you think it is possible to boycott all the Chinese products and India becomes a self-reliant country? So is it possible to boycott completely? Though the 87% of Indians ready to boycott Chinese products for the next 1 year, which is according to a survey by local circles, it is not that easy because of the following reasons. First, technically we can boycott, but practically difficult as India could lose out of China's investments, where the number of Chinese projects have increased from 21 to 48 from the year 2010 to 2019, and in 2019 the capital of $1907.5 million. Boycott will hit India because of the trade gap or the trade imbalance in our economy. What is trade imbalance? If we import more products or services compared to our exports, then it is called as trade imbalance. So the trade gap or the trade imbalance in our economy in 2018 is around 10%. China is the second largest trading partner to India after US with trading of $77.9 billion around the year 2019-2020. At the same time, India accounts for just only 2% of China's trade market. So even if we boycott all the Chinese products, it just affects only 2% of the Chinese trade market. The main objective for our boycott campaign is to be against the Chinese actions which took place across the India-China border. But China is the world's factory and a manufacturing hub because of the competitive edge of cheap raw materials available there and the labors compared to the rest of the world. So what we have to do to boycott all the Chinese products and become a self-reliant country? So what strategy we can follow to achieve this? Till India becomes self-reliant, Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trading slowly boycott Chinese products starting from non-essential, cheap and low-quality goods first. Then comes the software apps that we have banned already in India now, and comes the hardware and finished goods within a year, and most imported items like electronics, semiconductors, integrated circuits, transformers, the active ingredients for pharmaceutical companies, etc. over the coming years. What are the opportunities of boycott? So I see that within the crisis are the seeds of opportunity. Let's see what the opportunities that we gain after boycotting the Chinese products. Will Make in India movement will balance our Indian economy now? The new process called Champions explanation is creation and harmonious application of modern process for increasing the output and national strength is introduced by the Indian government with a broad objective of grievance redressal of MSMEs, helping the MSMEs secure new opportunities. So MSME means micro, small and medium enterprises, identifying and encouraging the potential MSMEs. So the main objective of Champions project, which was introduced by the Indian government, is making the smaller units big by helping and hand-holding. What are the opportunities for enthusiastic entrepreneurs at this time? We can start a business whether it's a micro, small or medium enterprise with the help of Indian government schemes for MSMEs, that is Champions, and other advantages over the loan and taxes. We can attract FDI, that is foreign direct investment from other countries, establishing the manufacturing units, warehouses and offices in India, using or manufacturing the substitute products for the products that we import from China, creating our own employment opportunities for Indian people. So with proper structural reforms and appropriate policy interventions across sectors in India, we can achieve the self-reliant position in the near future. I hope you like this video. For more videos, keep watching this channel. UGC NET MBA Aspirants. Thank you.